Welcome back, it's Javier.
And Adela. Today we're going to be taking you guys through our top 13 list of movies you should watch this Halloween. Obviously this is just our opinions. Everyone has their own opinions. But these are our top 13 favorites to watch around Halloween, so we want to share those with you guys.
Now these aren't going to be in any particular order. These are all just like typically what we like to watch around this season, and again, a top 13, but again, not in any order.
Yeah. So, just, we have cult classics, we have, family-oriented films, we have true horror films, we even have a foreign horror film, a documentary even. So, yeah, just 13 items of entertainment we believe you should watch this Halloween. So of course, to start, we have the original cult classic Halloween movie, Halloween.
And there's not much to say with that. Everybody knows Halloween at this point.
Everybody knows Halloween.
It's a must watch. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Our cat, everybody.
Okay. Next is actually a Netflix original. It's called The Ritual. So yeah, you can find it on Netflix, and it's a really good movie. Just about a group of friends that get lost in the woods.
Really good.
Really
definitely
good.
Recommended.
It's fun. Next is Train to Busan, and it's a Korean horror film. So it is in Korean. You have to watch it with the subtitles unless you speak Korean. And it's about zombies on a train.
Yeah, just think snakes on a plane, but with zombies on a train. And I'm sure this movie is still on Netflix.
That's where we watched it.
Yeah.
So I think it's still on there. Not sure though.
Our cat.
He just wants to be in the video. Say hi. Hi. Next we have probably one of my favorite horror movies of all time. That's Pet Sematary. The original one from the 80s. It's so good. And definitely the kind of movie you'd watch around Halloween.
Yeah, not much needs to be said about this one either. I'm sure everybody knows what it's about.
It's a classic.
Oh,
so. Yeah. All right. Next, we have Child's Play, but the 2019 Child's Play, not the original one. The original one's dumb, in my opinion. I've said that before. I'll say it again. It's dumb.
It was a pleasant surprise. It was a really good remake.
It's a really, really, really good remake. And that's coming from someone who, is against remakes. So, definitely, Child's Play 2019. Watch it. It's a good one.
Alright, and then after Child's Play, of course, we got my personal favorite of all time. It would be The Shining. And again, with this, not much really needs to be said about this movie. I'm sure everybody out there has heard of this movie or seen this movie.
It's so good.
Now this movie is very it definitely sets the tone for this time of year, especially us living in a small town. It's a very isolating kind of film.
Yeah. So next is another one of my favorites. It's The Witch. It is a period horror film set in the 1600s during the time of witches, the Salem witch trials and all that. And it's more psychological than it is true horror, blood and guts, that kind of thing, which is what I like. I like psychological, I like thriller, I like suspense. So it's a really good one, and it definitely has, Halloween spooky vibes to it for sure.
Yeah, even if psychological horror is not typically your thing, I feel like this is a movie that everybody should see at least once.
So yeah, definitely check that one out. That one is on Netflix for sure right now, so you can find it on there. Next one is one that I'm not sure how many people have heard of, but we wanted to include it because it's really good. So it's called The Houses October Built. It is a found footage style horror movie. I know a lot of people, that's not their thing, but this one's really good. It's a found footage horror movie about, it's this group of people that travel the country trying to find the best, like haunted Halloween attractions and end up in some pretty sticky situations. So it's a really good one.
Yeah, and some of the haunted houses in this movie make this movie really worth watching. Again, the premise doesn't really sound that entertaining at all, but give it a watch. It's actually really, really good.
Definitely give it a try, because It's so good. Last for our true horror is another absolute classic that everyone should watch, and that's Psycho. Hitchcock's Psycho.
Yeah, and with this one, again, another movie that needs no explaining. I'm sure everybody has either seen it or heard of this movie.
Okay. And then next we have a couple of our family-oriented titles. I'm sure you know what at least one of those is going to be, if not all three of them. So the first one is, of course, Charlie Brown and the Great Pumpkin. That's just a classic, and
Yeah,
you need to watch it at Halloween. Like, it's just...
Yeah, you can't go wrong with Charlie Brown.
You can't go wrong with Charlie Brown. Next is Hocus Pocus, of course. It wouldn't be a Halloween movie list without Hocus Pocus. It's one of the greatest Halloween movies ever made. So...
That is definitely a must-watch. If you haven't seen it, shame on you.
Yeah, what are
Watch
you doing?
it right now.
What are you doing if you haven't seen it? And then next is another Disney, and that would be Halloween Town. I know these are Disney Channel originals, so they are hard to find. But if you have cable, obviously, then they play them all October. And then the streaming service comes out in November, so if you don't watch them on Halloween, you can watch them in November. So that's 1 through 3, because we don't talk about number 4.
No, number 4, what?
What? Huh?
Yeah, no, so yeah, just the first 3 really well done movies.
They're so good. And also YouTube, Disney Channel on YouTube is live streaming the first movie this week. So if you catch that, you can catch it on there if you won't. Last but not least is actually a documentary. This is also on Netflix. It's called Haunters, The Art of the Scare. So it's basically investigating like haunted houses and haunted like Halloween attractions, all the things that draw people to them during Halloween.
Like the inspiration.
Yeah.
So, if anybody has seen The Houses October Built, then Haunters might actually be the kind of documentary you might be interested in watching after. Because this actually is a documentary about that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's like why they attract people, why people like them so much, like, just all of that. So that's on Netflix. You can find it right now. Really good.
I definitely recommend it.
Yeah. So that's 13 movies to watch this Halloween. We're going to be watching them. Tell you that.
You should too.
Yes, you should too. Or I'll just come. I'm just kidding.
So yeah, if you have seen these movies, of course, let us know down below in the comments what you thought of them. If you have any personal recommendations for us, your favorites, let us know as well, because we're curious as to what everybody is kind of into this season.
Yeah, what are your guys' favorite movies to watch on Halloween? Because we'd love to know.
So yeah, as always, make sure to like this video, comment, subscribe, definitely hit the bell button, because we got tons of stuff coming your way.
And we hope you enjoyed this video. We hope you check out some of these movies if you haven't already. And thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.